Good evening. I'm coming to you live from St. Simons Island in Georgia. Took a little impromptu business trip with my husband, and I'm here to talk to you about Common Core standards. Common Core standards are a set of standards that were developed in 2009 by all the state leaders that basically is a high quality set of standards that are ensured to get students ready for college and career. It basically outlines in great detail what a student should know by the end of their grade level. Now, I did take some interviews covering my topic. I got a couple of my fellow teachers to give their thoughts on Common Core, as well as a student's perspective of Common Core. So I hope you enjoy that. All right, I'm being joined by Carrie Lanham. Carrie, how long have you been in education?
I've been teaching for 17 years.
All right, so in 17 years, you've seen a lot of changes with education. How do you feel about Common Core?
I'm teaching middle school math now, so I think Common Core is a good thing. The students really have to dig deep to find answers and have to explain and use a lot of words and a lot of writing, which is good for them in the long run. It makes them think deeper. It's much more rigorous than just working out the math problem. So I think it is a good thing that we use Common Core. Sometimes it is very difficult for the students.
All right, what are some of the downsides of Common Core?
Sometimes I think it's overkill. I think it's a little too much because they make them repeat the same things or do it multiple ways, which I think, in old school math, it's just good if they can just get the answer. But it does teach them different ways to solve the problems.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'm joined by Miss Lisa Ball. Miss Lisa is not only my former teacher, but she is also a co-worker. Miss Lisa, how long have you been in education?
I've been teaching 27 years.
27 years. So in 27 years, you've seen a lot of changes. How do you feel about Common Core?
I love Common Core.
All right, how has it changed what you do in your classroom?
I am asking the students to write more complex answers. We're moving away from multiple choice to constructed response, and in that constructed response, they're asked to provide text evidence, to write commentary, to use parts of the question in their answers. So their answers have become longer, they're more detailed, the vocabulary has been raised so that everything they do is done in a more complex manner.
Do you see any downsides to Common Core?
It's harder to...
Okay, what are the downsides of Common Core?
It takes a lot more time in planning and in judging a student's work because they're writing so much more, the rubrics are more detailed, and it takes me a lot longer to make judgments about a student's writing. So I spend a lot of my time outside of school grading my students' work.
Thank you. All right, today I'm being joined by three of my former students, Allie, Aiden, and Chloe, because I wanted to get a student's perspective on Common Core. Thank you, ladies. All right, to you, what is Common Core?
To me, Common Core is all the standards and procedures that the teacher put into place to help prepare us for future jobs in college.
It makes you go more in depth in what you're talking about and give you and explain why. And it's kind of like it makes you use critical thinking more because you have to really evaluate the problem to solve it.
Okay. All right, do you feel that Common Core is beneficial to you in your studies?
Yeah, I feel like Common Core is beneficial to me because it makes me think about what I'm doing more than what I would if I didn't do all the extra stuff. Like in reading, whenever we do annotations, it helps me comprehend what I'm reading better. And if I highlight all the recurring words like we always do, I can do the summaries better because I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, like it makes you think about what you're talking about more than what if you're just regularly doing your work. Like it benefits though because it's giving you more opportunities to really understand what you're reading and understand what you're trying to say or what you're trying to answer. It just lets you know what you're doing more.
Okay. Are there any downsides that you feel for Common Core?
There are downsides because I was just reading about how Common Core, like the things that we some of the things aren't haven't been tested and haven't been proven that it works. So, and there's no way to change it now because it's already been set into place.
Like, for example, in math, like if they tell you one way to work it, you have to work it that way. Like, you can't just come up with a shortcut and start doing it like that. And it adds like more stress because like they don't give you enough time to like make annotations and finish all your work in that. And then like whenever you're reading a passage or something, they're more about.
Okay, in my interviews, I did have a math teacher and a reading teacher, and that of course is where the Common Core standards are geared towards. I myself am a science teacher, so I can help implement these you know, when we're doing cross-curricular activities, but science has not been affected per se by the Common Core standards. And much like this beautiful Spanish moss here hanging on these trees, it's something that's kind of it's kind of grown on us. So I hope you enjoy. Thank you.